Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today in this video I'm going to show you how to make your own lining kurta. So I'm going to use a measurement to cut this kurta. So this is going to be a very simple method of making your kurta. So you need only shoulder, chest measurement, your waist measurement and your hip measurement. You need just 4 measurements to make this kurta. So this is going to be a very simple method of cutting your kurta. Believe me, I made this video as simple so the beginners can easily learn from this. So most of them have a doubt in cutting the armhole. So in this video I will cover that too. So let me start. So today I'm going to make a kurta for the XL size. So I have taken 2.5 meters of fabric. I'm going to make a 3/4 sleeves with that cutting. So first I'm going to draw a straight line and I'm going to level the fabric. So I'm just leveling the fabric and cutting out the extras and making it in an exact way. So the shoulder measurement. So measure your full length of the shoulder. Just place the tape on one end of the shoulder and run the tape to another end of the shoulder. So the full length of the shoulder is 16 inches. So I'm going to take the half of the shoulder. So it's going to be 8 inches. So I'm going to add ½ inch for seam allowance. So it's going to be 8.5 inches from the top. So I'm going to give a marginal amount at the top. Okay. So from the top I'm going to mark 8.5 inches. So from the shoulder you're going to take the same 8.5 inches and you're going to draw a line. So whatever you're taking over this side, you're going to take the same. So I took ½ inch for the seam allowance at the top, so that you're not going to take that right now. So that I'm going to take only 8 inches from the top. And I'm going to draw a straight line over this. Okay. So measurement number 1. So this measurement number 2 is the same of the shoulder. Run your tape around your bust and measure the full length of the bust. So in my case the full length of the bust is 40 inches and I'm going to add 4 inch to that, and so the full length is going to be 44 inches. I'm going to divide it by 4. It's going to be 11 inches. See, the full length of the chest is 40 inches and I'm going to give 4 inches. 4 inches is the normal allowance that you give to your kurti, and this is absolutely depends upon you. So 40 plus 4 is equal to 44. I have folded the fabric into front part 2 and the back part 2, so it's going to be 4. So divided by 4 is going to be 11 inches. Okay, so the full length of the chest is going to be 11 inches. Just place the tape over the corner folded edge and you're going to mark 11 inches from there. So this is going to be the full length of the chest. So after marking the chest point, I'm going to draw a straight line connecting to the bottom line like this, and this where my chest line ends. So I check my French curve and I'm going to draw my armhole. Okay, so this is how you mark your armhole. So if you're not having the French curve, like this, just take a 1 inch from the bottom line and mark the 1 inch, and with your free hand and you can draw a curve like this. So both the way you can do. The standard measurement of the waist is going to be 14 inches from the top. So just place the tape over your shoulder and I'm going to mark a 14 inch from the top. So this is going to be standard. It might have a slight variation according to your height. It might goes to 13 or 14 inches. You're going to draw another straight line. So the full length of the waist is 35 inches and you're going to add 3 inches to that. So for the chest I added 4 inch. For waist it's enough to add 3 inches. So if I add 3 inches to that, it's going to come around 38 inches, and I'm going to divide it by 4 again. That it's going to come around 9.5 inches. So again I'm going to place the tape to the folded edge, and I'm going to take 9.5 from there. Okay. So placing the tape over this 14 inches, you're going to take 7 inches. That is nothing but your hip line. So over this point I'm going to keep a slit. So it just absolutely depends upon you, but I take 7 inches. So just draw a straight line now. So the full length of the hip is going to be 44 inches, and I'm going to add 4 inch to that, so it's going to be 48 inches. So the 48 is going to be divided by 4, that is going to be 14 inches. So I'm going to mark the 14 inches from the folded edge. So just place the tape over here, and I'm going to mark the 14 inches. So just mark the 14 inches. So now we are going to connect this with this ruler. So this how you're going to connect the. So to this I'm going to give seam allowance. So I'm going to just blend that in like this. So the shoulder is going to measure 4 inches. So I'm just going to place the tape over here, and I'm going to measure 4 inch from the top, and I'm going to take a 1/4 inch from the top, and I'm going to draw a slanting line connecting to the neckline. Okay, and let me cut this out. So I just folded the fabric into 4 like the lining fabric. So you're going to use the same template of the lining, and you're going to cut the same, and this is how you cut your lining top. I just placed my lining on top of the main fabric, and I made 2 pieces like this, one for front and one for back. And let's see the sewing of this. So the first step of sewing the lining kurta is putting a basting stitch all around the kurta. So what the basting stitch do is it just hold the fabric both together. So basting stitch is a big stitch in your sewing machine. So this is the wrong side of the fabric, you can see, and I take the lining. Okay, and I'm going to attach this lining to my main fabric, and let me sew this. Once you're done with your kurta, then you can just remove this basting stitch. So first finish off the shoulder and then go to your armhole. So now I'm going to sew my armhole. Okay. And then you're going to sew the sides. So if you sew like this, first sewing your shoulder and then your armhole and then your sides, you won't end up with any kind of mistakes. For sure it will come perfect. So one side, and then I'm going to sew the another side. So you can see the excess fabric hanging out, so I will cut these extra fabric out once I done by attaching the lining with the main fabric. So you can see the lining and the main fabric is attached together, and then we are going to cut the neckline, and I'm going to make a neck design to this dress. The design what I'm going to do right now, it's a plain U like this, and I'm going to give a V like this, and then I'm going to attach the same orange color fabric which comes underneath my kurta. So this is the orange color fabric, and I'm going to give a nice U and a V. Okay, so this U is going to be a 5 inches and this V is going to be 2 inches, so totally I get 7 inch. That's what my neckline depth it's going to be. I take this line as my starting point, so I just place the 5 inch over that, and I'm going to keep that in diagonal. I'm going to mark the 5 inch, and again from here to here I'm going to take 2 inch, so I just place the tape over here and I mark 2 inch. So now I take my ruler and I draw a nice and neat box first. Okay, and from that I'm going to curve that in like this, and from here I'm going to make a V. So this is how my neckline is going to look. So if you want the curve to be nice and neat, I use my French curve. So now I'm going to cut this out. So now take a piece of lining fabric like this, and take your canvas like this, and sew to the folded edge of the canvas. So I just folded the neckline as it is, and I placed the neckline on top of my canvas, and then I'm going to trace the same neckline, and I'm going to cut this out. Okay, just cut this out, same like that. Okay, okay, just take out the fabric and just mark a random U, leaving 1 or 1.5 inches all around, and I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so I just placed the canvas on top of my lining and I pinned it up, and now let me sew the center so that it doesn't move. Once it's done like this, you're going to just trim out a little bit out of this fabric, somewhat like this. Okay. So then fold the fabric like this, and you're going to sew that together. So when you see from this side, it's going to look even, and to the wrong side it's going to look like this. So if you want, you can trim off these excess. So now I'm just joining both the piece together so that the neckline doesn't move. So if I'm sewing the cotton fabric, I won't do this step by sewing the neckline. But this is a rayon fabric. If you're working with a rayon fabric or a crepe fabric, it's a really tough time to work. Once it's done, you can see it look like this. So now I'm going to make a design over this part. So now I just took this piece and folding the raw edge in, and I'm going to sew that together. See? So make sure you mark your center. So to the end, I'm going to take this out. So cut this out, and I'm going to place this again over this side. So then I'm going to sew this to the next side of the fabric like this. So now I'm going to cut this V. So just I'm going to trim out the excess fabric hanging out. Okay, and I'm going to cut this V into. To the body side, I'm going to add this orange color fabric. This I just folded into twice. So I just added a basting stitch so that once it's done, I'll remove the basting stitch. So now I'm going to attach this piece to the center like this. So I'm going to place this piece to the center, and I'm going to sew that together. So after attaching the center piece, I'm going to attach this fabric all around like this. Just put the needle in and turn the fabric like this, and you're going to sew the neck side. So now I'm going to sew to the front side. So once it's done with the one side sewing, and I'm going to finish off it with another side. So when you come to the bottom, make sure just lined up properly, and you have to get that straight line at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to cut the fabric which is extra over here. So I'm going to get the exact shape of the neckline now. Okay. So now place the neckline like this, and you're going to match all the corners like this, and you're going to secure with a pin over this point. Okay, going to pin it over. Same you're going to do to the neck side. Just match both the pointy tips together first and pin this like this, and again you're going to match the curve like this, and again you're going to pin that together. Okay, and now we are going to sew this. Don't pull the fabric, just ease the fabric like this. When you come to that V point, just put your needle in and turn the fabric like this, and you're going to go straight all the way down in an angle, and you're going to reach the point of the V and put the needle in, turn the fabric like this, and again you're going to go all the way up. And when you reach the pointy tip, just put the needle in. Again you're going to turn the fabric. You're going to cut the notches all around the neckline. See? This is very important. If you're not cutting the notches, for sure the neckline won't turn up neat. So do not cut into the thread, just cut exactly to the edge of the thread. So just cut the notches like this. So to the tip. Just trim out a little bit of fabric from this point so that it turns easy. So you need to cut deep into this. So just fold this in and secure it some pins. So now I'm going to sew this together. So now you can see I got a nice and neat shaped neckline. And once it's done, you have to put a stitch all around the neckline and your dress would be ready. And this is going to be very simple, neat, and you'll get the same design in most of the ready-made kurtas. And this is the sleeves, you can see, and it came out really nice. So this is how I mark my kurta and kameez. Believe me, it just comes out really well. So if anyone has a problem in cutting out the armhole, you can just follow these steps what I showed in this video. For sure you won't make any mistake, you won't get the gatherings under the armhole. So this is going to be an apt video for the beginners who started sewing their own kurtas. So you just need 5 measurement to finish off the cutting of the kurta. So cutting your own kurta is so simple. It's not that much tough job. Hope after watching this video. So that's it for now. So in my next video I'll be showing you how to take your old kurta and mark the measurement on the garment. I guarantee that taking these 5 measurement is more than enough to make an kurta. So if you have any doubts regarding the cutting or marking the kurta, do mail me so that I can reply everything in my next video. If you want me to make more of these designs for the kurti, please do give me a thumbs up. As I'm sharing this video with you people, please do share this video with your friends too. And also do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscriber link that you see on the screen so that you won't miss any of my future video. And take care. Bye bye.